Dad's in there. Okay, welcome everybody to all of those who made it through the gauntlet of actually getting here. It looks like Fuse was refusing to cooperate a lot today. Everybody seemed to have trouble. I have trouble. I can't see it. I probably have the penultimate version, not the latest version. I think they're making some changes because they are just so everybody knows, Fuse will no longer exist for us by the 31st of July. Franklin said he's going to be having this coming Saturday. They're going to be trying to use Easy Talk. We do have Easy Talk unlimited time. We're going to see how that works. There's another one, Zoom, which I did see later. And if it turns out that we don't like Easy Talk, then we can give Zoom a try. But the reality of it is that the great features of Fuse, they asked, and they sent me an email saying, hey, we've got this offer for so much money that you can do, I don't know, $500 or $600 for the year. And I contacted the person. They called me once, never called me back. So I'm imagining that they're not worried too much about small fry like us. There's a lot of great features with Fuse. It does record everything to its central server. The newer ones don't do that. They record download to the, like if, for instance, Franklin's the person that's doing the video conferencing, well, it's going to record his entire screen, and then that screen will go to, that recording goes to his computer, and that's something that, you know, it will be good in some sense because then you have the recording.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they going? Are we going to lose all those recordings?
Oh no, we every recording we do, I download from their server, and they're all put onto YouTube. All of these have been put onto YouTube.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what we've been doing that. And what'll be good is the newer ones, if they do record to like Franklin's computer, then he can upload them, which will get in. He can put them directly into YouTube, and I'll give him all the logins for that. But we're going to try that Easy Talk out. We did use it once. It seemed to work pretty well. There's a guy, I think his name is Michael Hodges from New Zealand, who's a new guy who's hopefully coming our way. It's through he's one of my subscribers. I think that's why we got through. But he was in New Zealand and having problems. So I don't know if these newer things like Easy Talk and Zoom are like what Fuse was in the beginning, which are going to be somewhat precarious at times. But we did use it for an hour, well over an hour, and it seemed to be working. At least in the United States, it seemed to work well. Okay, so we'll go with that, and Franklin will be sending out emails about how to get Easy Talk loaded. It's on all its apps and everything, and we'll give it a shot. Like I said, if it doesn't work, we'll go to Zoom and we'll make a subscription there. Yes, we'd be out $100, but you know, these things are important. And
what's the name?
Easy Talk, and in the E is spelled E, the Z talks.com. So it's a pretty lightweight thing. So I don't think it's gonna. It's pretty easy. It's not so complex. Yeah, I did. E Z T A L ALKS.com. So it's easy as in is two letters, E and Z, and then talks.com. Okay.
All right.
All righty. You're welcome. All right, let's go forward. I put together this talk because we really have some pretty neat things going on, and we just got done with our conference, which was really good. So I'll just talk to my slides before I start talking about everything. Yeah, Franklin put in the chat window Easy Talks there, so for those who are interested. So we're going to go forward. CNPS 2018 was a pretty good success. We're still not gaining huge amounts of people, but I see that changing, and I'll tell you why I see that changing. We had almost 20 people that circulated through this conference. Almost 30% were new faces, or some, and I call new faces some people who hadn't been there for 10 or 15 years. And so it was quite nice to see people come in. Everybody who came really seemed to really enjoy it. It worked out really well. You know, having everything in person and having more time to talk. The live multi-cam broadcast was a great success. I made one big mistake on it, and it's not a big mistake in the sense that it ruined all the videos. It didn't. I would say maybe 10% of the videos, or maybe 15% of the videos have some audio issues. The reason is when you do multi-camera work, if you don't set the audio right, if you don't turn off all the audio for all the cameras and make it to our main camera, which I had the main mic on, then when we switched to certain scenes, you got blank. Only today, in my infinitely stupid wisdom, did I figure out that they actually have an audio jack that you can put into the system, into the router, into the Sling Studio router. And if I would have had, or I would have had, or Franklin would have had a little earbud, we would have understood the moment we switched to a camera, and we would hear no audio. So that will be remedied for next year. I do apologize. Unfortunately, I can't go back and restore audio that's not there because we had them turned off on all the cameras except for the one, or again. So that was the only thing. The instant edited videos were great. Oh, well, two things I didn't put down here is that the presentation live, one of the speakers, Fernando, I think it's Fernando, I can't remember he's an Indian guy. He gave a talk and had a lot of people watching live. And the report from watching live was very good because we not only had the multi-camera, but the slides are not a picture of slides. They're actually an HDMI feed into the system, which you can then split screen. And so the good things that we had no audio problems in the sense that everybody who was watching it could see it, and everybody who was watching it could hear it. Excuse me, I have a cold. And then I had actually 4 or 5 wireless microphones across the entire room. So anytime anybody asked a question, they sat there. This live multi-broadcast system was paid for by several donations, some generous donations. So financially, we actually ended up with less money than going in, but we had a couple $1,000s or more in the bank coming in. We still had a couple $1,000s coming out. So the money went for the main expense was the router, which is a new thing. It's a Sling Studio router, which was $1,000. I bought 2 iPods, which are high def cameras, and those were like $200 each. I added 2 of my old iPhones as cameras, and then I also bought a portable audio system. So no matter where we go, unless it's a huge hall, and then if it's a huge hall, it's different. But I then hooked in all the wireless mics. So basically, we were hearing the audio through a nice microphone I attached to one of the cameras, one of the iPhones, and we had the audio system hooked up to the wireless everything so that everybody being spoke. So that was huge success. Live broadcast, of course, without switching to an audio camera that didn't have audio, was absolute success. The guy Fernando said to me that everybody who watched was very impressed. They could hear everything and see everything, very professional. Those YouTubes a year ago, our YouTube subscription, and we had been on there for several years. I can't remember when we went on, 2014 or something like that. We only had 105, 110 subscribers. With the video success that we had, multi-broadcast, I actually spent $30 is all, $30 or $40 on Facebook ads. We had a lot of people come in to subscribe not only to our Facebook, but also to our video. And now we are approaching 260, where we were pretty much dead in the water on our YouTube channel. We are now getting 100 views per day, where before we were getting in the teens. And we are adding almost 50 new subscribers a month. That's phenomenal. And we're getting about 3,300 views per month on there. We did a physics course. Bruce Nappy's here. He just worked in countless hours, folks, countless hours to put together the physics course and the script for that. We did have, unfortunately, some audio problems with that. And then also a 2018 Physics Grand Prix where we took people's theories and he had worked with another person. I'm sorry, I don't know, I can't remember their name. Worked closely with Bruce, and they came up with questions, and each day or each session we had people answer these questions about the theories and to see which theories would go. Lloyd Kinder, thank you very much, Bruce, helped out with that, and those were great successes. We were very pleased with, people had a great time with it. It was a lot of fun. The concepts are really great. Yeah, we can improve some of the things. The physics court number one thing was there was a lot of text and a lot of red dialogue, and maybe more demonstrations, less dialogue, more to the point. But it was a great fun, and we actually had an occurrence there that was really tremendous, which was Duncan Shaw, who was a judge for over 20 years and was a Supreme Court justice in Canada. We had a gavel for him, and I said, hey, it must feel like at home. He says, you know what? And in my entire career, over 20 years as a judge, I never held a gavel and never hit it. And so he hit the gavel, and that was sort of fun. And he played along with the whole thing, and he really enjoyed the script. So it was really great. And I think you have trouble. Yeah, you might need somebody. I'm just watching the chats here. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. 2019, we're going to be announcing in August already, because one of the things is how do you get people there? Well, we need to announce sooner. So we go West Coast, East Coast, and I had contacted a lot of universities. I've already contacted them and talked to somebody for about an hour and a half, about an hour. They told me to fill out the official forms to get the ball rolling, and they said it may take a week or two, and yeah, it's taken a week or two, so I haven't heard back from them. But I know the prices, I know the meeting rooms, I know what, they have all the information online. The University of Washington is very beautiful. We have Dr. Gerald Pollack, if you don't know who he is. I'll show you a little bit about him. We'll be getting a Lifetime Award recipient. He's spoken several times at our MPA conferences. Franklin Hugh lives very close, so he's going to be our boots on the ground if we need that, which is always good to have. You know, sometimes we maybe have a person go by when we're doing this to check something out to see if there's any red flags or anything. I know Duncan Shaw did that when we went to the Vancouver. We have him. Meeting room, I saw the one that I really like is for 53 people. It's got a projection projector, a screen, and a podium. We didn't have that last time. We had a nice room, but we had to actually provide all those things. It's got whiteboards on a lot of walls, and push pin walls. And of course, we're going to be doing our multicam broadcast this time. We will not have audio problems because we will have our headsets on, knowing that if we don't hear anything, that will be remedied. So that will be gone, be good. And they do have student dorms and meals. It's for $45 a night per person. It's not as cheap as the one at University of Connecticut, which was like $69 plus tax. I don't know, 70 something or 79 with tax or whatever. For 3 people, this is per person. But I think it's like a little private bedroom, and then you have a common area. And then they do have meals available, $10, $12, $14 for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in that order. Of course, there are places to eat, I'm sure, all around. My goal, attendance goal is 50 people. And I'm going to see, I think Cameron just joined, so hold on, let me get this people mute. Hey, yeah, I'm going to mute you, Cameron.
Okay, thank you.
Can you mute yourself? That will help. Okay, if you are, thank you very much, Cameron. And so my attendance goal is 50 people. We're starting early. We have, I'm going to show you Basecamp, which is what we're going to be using to engage our membership and organize our organization. And I think it's, getting 40 to 50 people, I think is not impossible. I think we're growing at things are happening now that weren't happening even 2 months ago. And it has to do with critical mass of things that we have been doing that are now starting to reap its rewards, I guess. So let's take a look here. The dates and everything are preliminary. This is the preliminary poster. Are we going to be there? 95% yes, unless they just find out that none of the rooms we need that we could use are going to be available, because I have not talked directly to them formally other than informally through a conversation, a cold call. So you can see here, this is the campus, and you can see the Seattle's in the background, very beautiful place. You can see the keynote speaker. I've got these a little closer so you can see it. There it is. Again, you can see a little bit closer. It's on the campus here. It's north of Seattle, I believe, sort of northwest of Seattle. So it's pretty close. And then who's going to be talking and keynote speaker and a Lifetime Achievement Award is Dr. Gerald Pollack, the fourth state of water and scientific activism. He found the fourth state of water, a way molecules get together, and he calls it the easy water. They sort of form these hexagonal structures that are on the surface of the water that makes things bead, and when you put another bead of water on top of it. So it's not a claim. They really do have proof that there is this state, and it is really important in the process of life and physics, the whole thing. But he also has been a victim of being a what he calls scientific activism, which he was, because of his work, the people in chemistry, because why didn't anybody else see this fourth state of water? He got into the same problems that we've heard, like Dr. Bill Lucas, who is also a Lifetime Achievement Award winner, and other people who have been ostracized in this case, even in his own university. I think it seems to be dying down somewhat. I have talked to him personally on the phone already about all of this. He is totally happy and will be there to give a talk and then receive the award. So I'm thinking I'd like to see him talk on both of these things. The fourth state of water, a lot of us have seen that. If you haven't seen his stuff, just look him up. He's got his own website. It's super fascinating work. Definitely worthy of receiving this award. Because he's there, I'm going to see if he can get us, I think, a 25% discount on the room, which I think is almost $450 a day, so or more. So he said he'd even try to help out with that. Okay, but one of the big things that's absolutely new, and I'm going to be talking about today, and I'll show you live, is what's called Basecamp. Now, I've used Basecamp. Basecamp basically is a way to organize teams over the internet, many times people around the world now. So many businesses work this way. I work at LexisNexis, which is a 20 or 30,000 person organization. My boss is in Cork, Ireland. I'm in Boca Raton. We have our meetings. They don't use Basecamp, but we use other systems. But the idea of Basecamp is for something, teams that are spread out around the world that don't access everything at the same time. Yet, how do you keep that organization going, and how do you have teams and to-do lists and goals and discussion areas without losing them or just trying to do them in email? Now, we have a 30 to 60-day trial. We have a 30-day for sure. I'm trying to get extended for 60 days. And as you can see at the top here, it says allows our organization allows us to organize and grow the CNPS. We must do everything now to grow our organization. Before I get into Basecamp, I just want to say that I came to this realization at the end of this conference, and I knew something very important about this group. I've been pretty much I did the last 4 conferences and been helping out. We do have a directorate, and Bruce Nappy has been working as many hours as me, maybe even more at times. I'm not the only person working on it, and other people are always helping. But I came to this realization that if we do not get into the modern world of where we are today, the CNPS does not look around and say, this is the way the world's working today, and we do not only we have to embrace that, but we have to do something about it. We are going to continue to simply be You know, 15 people coming to our annual conferences, 10 or 15 people coming to our video conferences, and the people who are leaving us, either just leaving us because they're not with us anymore. You know, the whole generation has been dying out. The founding generation of the MPA is half of those people are gone or more. We're going to find people like a Jeff Yee or a Lori Gardy or even Bruce who came in, or Ray. These people came in. We're going to find them along the way here and there, but we're not going to grow. And we're not going to grow. A good organization to watch growth is the 10 years that they've been on YouTube. And I've already said this, the EU, Electric Universe. Every video they put out, our videos right now get, when we put out a video from the CNPS, it takes a couple days to get to maybe 100, maybe a week or 2 weeks to get to 100. Their videos, when they pop them out, they get 17,000 views and a day on their videos, a day. They've had 17 million or 20 million views of their video. We have gone from 13,000 views to 26,000 views in a short amount of time, literally in a couple months. And so we are growing. But if we do not as members take time, that is, even if it's I'm only going to ask everybody is to take a couple hours of their time a month. I'm not saying a week, a month, and help out in whatever way they can. We can grow this organization, because the good thing is we got everything in place. But if we do not spend, if I do not concentrate on this problem, there's really, I don't feel like, why do we want to just keep, you know, puttering along? I mean, that makes no sense. So grow, you see everywhere, and that's the goal, and that's what Basecamp's about. So we have we're allowed, we're going to be able to, on Basecamp, organize ourselves, grow our membership, grow our online audience, which turns into memberships.
Hello, anybody there?
Yep, we are here.
Well, I made it.
Okay.
It's not easy. You know, I like it much better when all you have to do is put bread in the toaster and push the bar down, and you get toast.
Okay, Dad. All right.
Having to fight my way through all this is not easy.
Okay. Well, thanks, Dad, for coming in. And as I was saying, our online audience turns into memberships. That's absolute fact. I know that now because we're getting new members through our YouTube channels. Go our Saturday morning video conferences. Absolutely super grateful to Franklin and all of you guys who every Saturday are pounding away, doing really interesting talks. I do watch them as much as I can off times. Saturday morning doesn't work out for me politically in my household, so I do want to thank you, but we need to grow that. You guys, you know, deserve that. And keeping that alive. I know in the beginning, in 2008, we started those. So we have recordings all the way back to 2008, and we had only sometimes 2 or 3 people. So I want to thank everybody who's doing that. Well, we need to grow that. And we're going to be trying Basecamp for 30 to 60 days. And basically, it's sort of based on do it when you have some time. And that's how it works. Email reminders and responses. Oh, I don't want to go on email. I don't want to download an app. Well, guess what? Once you get in and you register, you will get alerted to, so let's say you're part of the website team. I happen to put in a message into the website team. That will be emailed, a reminder to you. It'll have a lot of that in the email itself, and you can actually reply in the email, and it will put it back into the message area, which I will again show you all this. So it is a way to it organizes our email chains, to-do lists that remind. And we have teams and projects. It's $90, it's actually $99 a month, which is a lot. But I wouldn't take on this without reporting to you that it's well within our membership dues budget. Right now, I did a check on the last 12 months of our membership dues, which are $35 and $50 a year. We haven't changed that for a long time. But with that, we are now over averaging almost $320 a month from memberships alone. And the 2 expenses we have from that are $20 a month for MailChimp, which sends out all the emails, which is is worth it because it sends them all out. Trying to do this on our own automated system, which I used to have myself, is very hard. We also have $30 a month for Share LaTeX. So that's $50 a month. Share LaTeX is our proceedings. And because we're going to be announcing, my dad, I think, has completed the tasks on Basecamp, which I gave him tasks, which he checked off, again, in his own time when he wanted to. And he did the tasks we need. And that is, I believe, everything there. Okay, hold on. I got a... Okay, they muted themselves. Good, thank you. That we will... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do that. This guy is off. All right, sorry about that. I will take a time real quick to keep people muted there. So if you are watching, please make sure you're muted. That will help everybody. But my father, I believe we have all the checks. I will not say, but I'm going to go back to Basecamp. Look at the check off. We have teams, but this is a project. The projects are things that are going to come and go. Like a project is the CNPS 2019 conference. That's a project that eventually will stop. We have another project is the CNPS proceedings, which is a project in Basecamp. And there I put to-do lists for my dad, who is the book boss for that. And I believe we're going to be ready. So when we announce in August, not only do we are 11 months ahead of time our conference, we'll also be able to start receiving papers. And this year our conference proceedings were over 300 pages. We had one guy have half of it, but it is, you put in a big, huge, giant paper in there. So you can use any browser. You can use apps for iPhone, Android. I guess a desktop also has an app. And again, you can answer by email or by app or by browser. I do this on my phone, my iPhone, all the time. Basecamp is lovely. I can do it on my phone. It's just as easy as on my desktop. And it's very easy to do with big fingers, as I say. All right, let's keep going. And I guess I will do a live demo. Let me get this all ready for you. Get everybody off of here. There we go. Make sure I don't want to need to show all kinds of stuff here. Voila, we've got it. I'm going to log off and then show the screen. Okay, so I am going to share my screen now. Screen share. All right. So let me know when you are ready. You guys see that? Let me know, because I know it takes a little time to. People seeing this?
Not seeing anything yet.
Okay.
What are we supposed to be seeing?
Oh, wait a minute. Do I have to push something yet? Oh, wait a minute. Stop sharing. No, you're supposed to be sharing you're supposed to be seeing my screen. So.
Oh, that's a problem because all I see is blank.
I don't see your screen.
You don't see a screen.
Yeah, I only see myself. I don't want to see that.
You know what? Could be because I've got a bad version. Let me try it again. Nothing at all?
Well, the screen switched away from the videos, but it's still just a blank screen.
Jeez. I know that's a problem. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to send you, let's see, can you share a screen? Can you share a browser?
You can try and promote me, and then we can try and do it that way.
Yeah, I'd have to give you the login for it. So.
No, you mean as the.
Yeah. Let me do that.
You can just promote me.
I understand.
And you can send me a file. But I'm on the browser, so I'm not sure. I've never tried that before.
Oh, okay.
Theoretically, I should be able to do it. But,
okay. All right. I promoted you, I think. Oh,
okay,
man.
let me see. I'm going to share. There's something here. What's this?
Okay.
You guys see that?
Yeah, we see that. Okay, you're good.
Okay, so it looks like I can share stuff with you.
Okay, I'm going to send you in the chat.
The CNPS meeting. This is what we're looking at right now.
Okay, I'm going to send you a chat.
Did you have the demo wasn't loaded and fused, was it?
Yeah, it was. Oh, no, the demo's not.
Because,
no, it's not. No, it's just what you need to go is you need to go to a browser and go to Basecamp, and I'm going to have you log in, and I'm going to send you the super duper password to get in, and then I'm going to ask you to click around. Okay, I'm gonna send that in your chat. In the chat. I apologize, folks. This is just sucky. If that's why I'm not seeing my videos, because I don't have the latest version. Blah blah blah. Okay, we'll get this.
You're only available if you. Well, wait a minute. And it looks like you want me to share the screen. I can't share the screen. It looks like I have to be in the app to share the screen.
Okay.
So you can make someone else who does have the app.
Hey, Dad.
Who's got the app?
Dad, are you in the app?
I think he must be in the app because he said he was.
Okay, I'm gonna unmute
him. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I unmuted you. So if you can what I want you to do is get the browser up and get the Basecamp, and I'm gonna have you log in as me. I'm gonna send you the super duper Basecamp. Wait a minute, it's not a super duper. I think it's just a regular.
You may be asking the wrong guy to do this.
I know, Dad. This is pretty sucky in general, and I'm sorry about that. But can you got control? Can you go down to below and see the share button, share menu?
I got it.
Okay, and share your screen and get the Basecamp for me.
It says whiteboard, science chat, or members PPX.
All the way to the right. All the way to the right.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Share app or share screen.
Share screen.
I got nothing there. Let's see here. Let me put up something that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything myself, actually. Holy crap. This isn't good at all.
Well, let's see here. I see someone's screen.
Yeah, you see it, but I don't, believe it or not. How's that for fun?
You can't see it?
Nope.
I can see it, but there's a big, there's 6 pictures right in the middle of my screen.
Yeah,
that's Franklin, what do you see?
Well, I see the pictures as well, showing the video participants. I think if you can grab a hold of the top of that, maybe you can move it away.
This is just
grab it. Yeah, you can move it away. Okay.
You know, I'm thinking
so we can see the light part 4 dispersion.
Yeah, that's my next
PowerPoint
YouTube.
There.
This is my next YouTube video. Working on it right now. If I was.
All right.
Okay, I'm logging in, believe it or not, to my telephone, and I'll be able to see it.
Okay, let me go ahead and make the presentation.
Okay.
Yeah, you might as well go ahead.
Okay, we're going to compare. On the left, is there any dispersion on the left or not?
Okay, I'm not seeing a screen even on my phone at all, folks. This isn't going to be good. I'm just going to do something really bizarre. Okay, Dad, can you log into Basecamp?
See, I've never logged into it. I click on it, I get into it when you send a link, but I never logged into it.
Oh, boy. You know, folks, I'm not sure. You know, I'm about ready to abandon this whole presentation, because if I can't show all this, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know what to do.
Can you send it to me? Email?
Yeah, but I mean, you should be able to, I made you administrator, so whatever you logged into, you can log in yourself and you'll see exactly what an administrator will see.
I mean, I logged into Facebook and I clicked on my main fuse and then logged in as a Facebook user, and it popped up. That's how I got in.
Shoot. This is just unbearable. I'm not sure, folks. Dad, I mean, the only way I can do this is if you can. I can't. Anybody seeing his screen? And is he on Basecamp?
Not yet. He always sees PowerPoint. So the first thing you need to do is put up a browser. Now click on your Chrome browser or your Internet Explorer browser.
You want me to click on Internet Explorer? I got that.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. You got Internet Explorer. Now, what's the URL for Basecamp?
Basecamp.com.
You have to type in.
Base.com.
Yeah, type in base. Yeah, type basecamp.com up there.
Oh, jeez.
Basecamp.com. Whoops. .com.
Yep. And then enter and see where that takes you. Okay, you've got the Basecamp main page there. So there's the sign up, but there should be a login screen there somewhere.
Probably up in the right where I got it covered. No?
Let's see here. Yeah, it says sign in. Yeah, click on sign in.
Well, you say that, but I don't see where the sign in is.
Oh,
it's at the top right.
In the upper right, it's next to try it free. On the left,
there
it says sign in.
There it is.
Okay.
So now you can put in your email or username.
Oh, mine or David's?
Yours.
Basecamp. Do I know what it is? I don't remember these things.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, try your email, I suppose.
That's not email. That's just a name David gives me.
Okay. Here we go. Dad, type in basecamp@naturalphilosophy.org.
Got it.
Okay. Now, do you see this chat? Hello. Do you see the chat still?
No.
Okay.
For some reason, I just lost the screen sharing. So I don't see Basecamp anymore.
Okay. Let me try.
If I hit next?
Yeah, you got to have the password, Dad. I got to get you the password. I can't put it in.
You've got a typo in the email.
Yeah, you're right. That's your A.
Yeah.
Okay. I need the password.
Yeah, I know, and I can't get it to you over the prop. Yeah, this is the main password. And if you can't see the chat, I can't. So.
But
you probably don't want to spread that around either.
No, I
send
don't.
it in email.
You can send an email.
Yeah, well, that's gonna. Oh man. I'm usually patient, and I'm giving up. I don't know, Dad. I'm getting frustrated.
David, call me on my phone.
Gotta mute myself. Hold on.
Call me on my home, cell phone or home phone, doesn't matter.
Can you correct the natural and put an A in there?
I did.
You did? Okay. It's still showing the S in my screen.
Hello.
Oh, I'm not even seeing the screen anymore.
Oh, okay. Did you mute me?
Now, I can't even see where you go to download the latest version of Fuse.
Okay. You can't see anything right now? Okay.
Got a blank screen.
Yeah, same here.
Do you see anything now, everybody?
Nothing.
I
Nope.
do see login to base
Okay.
camp.
Hold on. I'm going to try it again. Okay. Do people see something now?
Nope. It looks like anything that you're sharing out of your fuse is not showing up. We did see it when Bob was sharing.
Oh, Dad, are you sharing again? Oh, my dad's muted. He's probably talking away. I agree. You were muted, Dad. No one was hearing anything you were saying. Just now, I turned you
You're
off.
on speaker, so I can hear both ways.
Okay, turn on. Turn. Yeah. Okay. So we lost the screen.
I got a screen, but so I have it, but nobody else.
Yeah. Are you sharing it? Can you check to see if you're sharing?
Well, this seems like to be a totally independent, nothing to do with Fuse.
Oh, I know.
You have to go back to your fuse application and go back into the sharing button and reshare your screen, I think. There you go. Now we see it.
Okay, you got it?
We see it now.
You see it, but now where is it so I can see it?
You can't see your screen?
You just use your eyeballs and look at your screen.
I got it back. I'm sorry. I got it.
Okay. Now, do people see at the top John Chappell Natural Philosophy Society and our logo on the left part?
Yes.
Yep, we see that.
Okay. Okay. It looks like that. Okay. So what we're looking at is the admin homepage. Does it say? I can't see it, so I'm going to just accompany you on mine by shadowing you. It should say in the upper top left-hand corner, admin land. Is that correct? Right-hand corner.
Yes.
No?
Yeah, you have to move.
Got you.
Yes.
Okay, that means what you're seeing is everything, so I know. Okay. So if you look at this, what we have is the John Chappell Natural Philosophy Society. Dad, if you can click on that, the very top square that's white that says John Chappell Natural Philosophy SO. Can you click on that? Okay. So if you can click on that, everybody seeing that now?
What are we supposed to be seeing?
A flashing, the flashing bar, a vertical bar in the white box.
Yeah, but you have to click on that. Did you click on that?
Yeah, I clicked on it. It's there.
Okay. And then you should now see John Chappell Natural Philosophy Society headquarters, HQ. Do you see that?
No, wait a minute. I clicked on a box where you can enter data. Oh, you want me to go to the big box here? This
Okay.
Yeah, where do you want to? Okay, now we see the Society HQ.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So this is a.
By the way, I clicked of all the boxes with information in it. I clicked on the one at top center.
I got you, Dad. As long as what I say is at the top and everybody's seeing it, we're good. Okay.
Well, I wanted to tell them what I clicked on.
Okay, so John Chappell this is the headquarters. What you see are the people there, and the admins can add people. Of course, if you put your own icon there. So these are people that are members of the entire society that are in, and there you have 6 places. You have a campfire, which is basically just sort of a chat room where you can casually talk about something. A message board where you can create a message. And in that message, Dad, you see the message board there?
Yes.
Can you click on the message board title?
Clicked.
Okay. And so what happens is, click on the very top one, websites meeting summary.
Clicked.
Okay. Website meeting summary. Scroll down till you see discussion. See that?
I got it.
Okay, if you see at the very bottom, every one of these messages, the website messages, has subscribers. So when you make a message or we make a message, we can then say who gets to see it. Now everybody, if you are subscribed to it, what happens is when I type anything or anybody types in anything in this area, in this message, if you can go back up to the top, Dad, to the website's meeting summary, is that we will absolutely be able to we'll get emails from this, and you can even reply on emails. And you'll get an email, it'll say from Basecamp. In the email, it'll have really nicely formatted, and it'll tell you what the person said. A lot of times, if it's summary, you have to maybe go there. You can either reply directly to it, and then it will appear here. So if you go back, Dad, and click onto the John Chappell Natural Philosophy Society at the very top, it says SOCI ... Can you click on that?
Yeah, did.
Okay, and so what will happen is in that message board area, under that message, you will see something going on. We have a website video meeting now. Can you look under message board, Dad? It says the second message there. Can you click on that second message? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter where you click. Click again to the message board. Okay. Just the message board. Yeah, you would click on the message board. It says message board. Click anywhere in that message board square.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, he's already on the message board.
Okay. Can you click on the second one for me? Okay. Do you see that? You should see website team video meeting now. Do you see that?
Yes.
Everybody? Okay. Scroll down a little bit. Here's Gerald Pollack, the guy that I've been talking to about, he's going to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award. He answered this, not here. He answered it in an email. This is what happens. It's fantastic. That's the idea. Okay, let's scroll up. Dad, can you go all the way to the top and hit home again? The home button.
Click.
Okay, everybody's seeing the John Chappell, the Natural Philosophy side with the big logo on the left again?
Yep.
Okay, there you see the teams. I put together the teams. We have Adopt a Scientist. Adopt a Scientist team is going to be a volunteer group, a team that will be helping certain scientists become featured scientists, or they need help. So let's say that Ron Hatch, we're trying to make fill out his wiki, fill out all this information, get him as a featured scientist on our Critical Thinkers website. Then we would be able to get people signed up in that Adopt a Scientist to talk about adopting a scientist, etc. That's what that team is for. You see another team, the Chappell University. We already have 2 people working, starting, at least thinking and starting to think about making their courses, 3 of them, myself, my father, and Jeff Yee. So that's the Chappell University group. So if any of these, if you're interested, you let me know, and then we'll be able to add them. Who are admins right now are myself. I put Jeff Yee. I put my father. I think I put Nick Percival. I'm not sure if he'll be it. Maybe I should put Bruce Nappy. We want to have a number of people. I probably should put Franklin in there too. The idea is we have a bunch of admins. That way, I won't be the only one that has to come in here and do this. CNPS websites and databases. That is something. Can you click on that one, Dad? CNPS websites and databases. Okay, you can see here that we have a campfire. There's some discussion between Luke Golderalt, and he and Lori Gardee were chatting a little bit, getting to know each other. This is the websites and database group. If you go to the message board, click on the message board again, Dad, for me.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah.
Okay, and at the top it says logo for Science Woke. Click on that.
Did.
Okay, you should be seeing the new Science Woke. We're going to be scrapping criticalthinkers.info. I'll talk about that a little bit later. but you can see you can even put, I put in a logo. If you scroll down, Dad, we have some people there. Mike Hodges is a new guy, a very new guy. He is really good at marketing. He put in his 2 cents worth. Jeff E put in his, and we had a meeting about this. All again, this is what Basecamp's all about. Click back, Dad, on the CNPS websites and database at the top, which is going to be the link for this group. So you should see CNPS websites and database again, and the 6 squares. See that?
It's there. Yes, it's there.
Okay, can you go to to-dos? Click on the to-dos.
Oh, wait, okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait a
So,
minute. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
okay, do you see the to-dos and it says July 2018 to-do list? People see that?
Yes.
Okay, there you can see that these were some of these were all assigned to me. Make a Science Woke logo, move criticalthinkers.info to sciencewoke.org, which I did. I've checked those off. I need to rebrand that. I haven't done that, and make logins for Mike for Critical Thinkers University, which is actually should be changed. But these are to-dos, and these things I can put dates on, and it will remind me and send me emails. And I believe I can even click them off in an email. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Go back to CNPS websites and database, Dad.
Done it. Done.
Okay, if you look down there in the right corner, you have schedule. If you click on schedule, if you can do that, Dad.
Here's the schedule.
Okay, you can see that it's a nice schedule format. Go back up to the top, Dad, and click on home.
Clicked.
Okay, I want you to now go down further, but I want you to put the teams at the top so we can see teams and projects sort of together. Is that possible? If not, no worries. So
one scroll. Wait a minute. Let me do it. That's
should
the
be able
best
to
I
scroll.
can. I scrolled. That's the best I can do to say.
Okay.
Jump
See
to,
Okay, so we should see at the top teams. The teams I have now are at Adopt a Scientist, Chappell University, CNPS websites and databases. Directors, we have that. That's where we decided to, in the first time in our history, ban a person from the, that was decided by the directors. It had nothing to do with the voice of what they were saying. It was being completely disrespectful and abusive to our membership, which we don't allow in our organization. So we've already used that there. Featured scientists, that's going to be something that we're going to be working on, and that is a committee. It's a little different from Adopt a Scientist. Members outreach is something that we want to have as a committee, where we start to get out to the members and engage with them, because they will participate more if we engage. We have video science conference Saturdays, so that's something that Franklin can head up, where we can talk about and line up the people for ahead of time. I'll have a slide on that when we get back to our slides. Then we have our Wikipedia, which is a really important part as well. Dad, can you scroll all the way down?
okay.
Okay, you should see there are projects that I've put together right now. The Chappell University website that we're working on. We have the CNPS 19 conference. I've already have stuff in there. I don't want to go in there and belabor any points. I put in, for instance, Nick Percival, a featured scientist. We have templates. That is, if you click on new, Dad, if you click on new, you're going to see, can you click on the new plus new there?
Done.
Okay, can you click on new from template?
Done.
Can you click on the little up and down arrow and say featured scientist? Okay. Okay, now don't hit next, but what that does is I can make templates. So I can make a to-do list for everybody that's a featured scientist. So if we're going to make Nick Percival a featured scientist, then we can make a project around him, and we can use a template for that, which will have all the to-do lists. So let's say I want to help out. I don't know what to do. Well, if you want to help out with helping out a project to make Nick Percival featured scientist, working with him for his biography on Wikipedia, working on his entry into sciencewoke.org, getting his profiles done in the database, etc. Then we'll make a featured scientists out. You can see down, you can click outside of that, Dad, anywhere, just click away from that and that'll go away.
Done.
Okay, proceedings 2019, my dad and I are already working on that. We have a few other people, Nick Percival and Ray Gallucci, because Ray's always getting his stuff in soon. We have Ray Gallucci as a featured scientist. I just threw these in here. We don't have anybody doing anything really on those yet. We have a Science Woke website, which I'm working on ourselves. And then we have a video conference for August 4th, everything needed preparing and archiving, that kind of stuff. And can you click on video conference August 4th for me?
Done.
Okay, if you look at this, let's look at the message board, because this has Franklin in it already. Click on the message board.
Done.
Lining up speakers, click.
Done.
Okay, you can see Franklin Hugh, and just making some click. This is where the idea here is click back at the video conference at the top, video conference August 4th.
Wait. Oh, got it. Done.
Click on do to-dos, please.
Done.
Okay, so these are, I believe we have a template for this. If not, I will be making one. These will be all the to-do lists that we need to do when we do a video conference. Post-video conference is what we'll do after the video, upload to the CNPS YouTube channel, add appropriate description, add a link to video recording on the CNPS Facebook page. I do all that all the time. I'm doing that constantly, every time we have one. And I actually post it on lots of Facebook's pages. During the conference, opening the CNPS slide, record the conference. These are just things, hey, you got to do this. In case Franklin's not there, I'm not there, somebody will be in charge of that conference. So the idea is for every video conference, we can make one of these. So we can make 5 or 10 of them as we go into the future, and we can line, excuse me, we can line people up. Video conference preparation, pick a presenter or theme, create a CNPS event on the CNPS website, create a Facebook event for Saturday video conference, send membership reminder of the video conference with a link to Facebook event as well, and the event on website. Okay, so these are the things that we are going to do. Again, this is just a place to organize, and these things will be just there. Anytime they're created or added, and you are a member, you become a member of that, or someone adds you as a person to be a part of the team, then you will be part of the team. If you can go back up to home, Dad.
Done.
Okay, can you click on activity, please?
Oh, over here.
At the very top.
Got it. Done.
Okay, can you start just scrolling down? It doesn't matter if you stop too much. Just keep scrolling down. This is really great. If you want to know what the heck is going on, look at this. It's really beautiful, easy to read, super organized, and you can tell everything that's going on that you are involved with. If you're not involved with it or you're not subscribed, you're not going to see it. So you're not going to have to read through everything that you're not involved with. So my goal is to have as many people as we can, obviously, doing this. I think you can click on Hey.
Hey to you.
Hey
Done.
at the top. You can see previous notifications. Now for you, do soon. Make logins for Mike for Critical Thinkers in University. You know, this is just saying like, hey, these things, these are things that you should know about. Okay, I think we're good on that. Let me see if I can now stop sharing and get back to my slides. Okay, Dad, thank you very much. Just hold on, folks. I just need to take care of something really quick here. Apologize. But I would suggest everybody get involved with Basecamp if you can. I'll be right with you.
Okay, we got your slides back.
Okay. So I'll get to the next slide. Like I said, I've stepped away, but what I would like to do is who want to help out. And here's the rule. As simple as I can. And that rule is a couple hours a month. Not even a week, a couple hours a month, or an hour a month, or even a half an hour a month. You can do quite a lot of in that. And so I would encourage you to join, and I will if you give me some idea of where maybe you would like to help out, it would be great. I can. The good thing is at the very top we have the headquarters, so I don't put things in there just spamming everybody with everything. That would be the major point. But the point it would be is like a headquarters-wide announcements or messages. But this is the only way we're going to grow this organization. If we do not organize ourselves, if we don't spend the time, and this is made for, let's see if I have a slide on this. Okay, no, I want to go back. Okay, but this is made again for, if I go back here, we can do this on your own time. Basically, you do it when you have some time. It says right here in the second part of this. That is, when you have some time, you check your email. Oh yeah, Dave said to do this. I can do it now. My dad, he had some things that he had to do for getting the proceedings ready, and so he did them in his own time. You're in different time zones, so it doesn't really matter. The good thing again is if you are one of those people and you say, I don't want to do it because I don't want to log in, most of it you don't have to. You can answer the questions right there, and they have a link and you can get in right once you've logged in. Normally the browsers will remember you and then go forward. So okay, so I strongly encourage everybody who can donate a half an hour to a couple hours a month helping out to sign up for Basecamp. Okay, we're going to spend money on it, but I'm going to tell you this: if we don't do something like this, we're not going to grow, and we're just going to hobble along. And I don't personally want to see that happen. I'm not interested. I want to see us have more people at the video conferences. I want to see more people at the conferences themselves. And this is a great way where we can do this. Excuse me. Good thing that you can't catch a cold over the. Okay, here's our first team meeting, which we arranged through Basecamp. The team meeting is from the website team meeting team, which is Jeff Yee, Michael Hodge from New Zealand. He's new. Lori Gardy's new from 2 years ago. Myself, and we had our first meeting Monday. We used
something is happening with the noise.
You need to mute everybody, maybe.
Okay. Let me see if I can get some of these people mute here. I'm hearing a lot of us. Okay, I think we've got people. All right, good. All righty. So let's get back to the great steps.
We're still getting a lot of buzzing.
Yeah.
What we're hearing is a buzzing that like deep, 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 deep is what we're hearing.
Okay, I'm through it. I'm trying to mute everybody.
Some interference is going on. It's hardly understandable.
Yeah, I think actually that might be coming from your end, David. There's something wrong with your microphone. I can hear Hans.
Okay.
Fine.
Wait. I think I know what the. Hold on. Hold on.
Hopefully it's not someone trying to crash in.
It's the man.
We're
just having a lot of technical difficulties today.
Hey, Franklin.
Yeah?
Yeah. This is one of the times you can get David to be quiet for a while.
Someone is trying to beep him or something,
Yeah, I'm worried that, we've had that problem before when I was doing the gravity meetings. There was, once in a while, there'd be somebody in there just making noise out of pure meanness. I'm not saying that's happening now, but you never know.
Yeah, this is obviously the Russians. trying to censor us. Where's Robert Mueller? So I'm back on the application. I finally figured out how to download the application again. So I could probably help out with sharing now. If it ever comes to that. But right now we're waiting for David to get his microphone back on. Yeah, we're still waiting for David. Well, the slide changed, but still can't hear David.
Hey, Franklin, that's a long time for Dave to be silent. It must be hard.
Yeah, there must be something going on with his system. He's not having video, and now he's not having audio. I'm telling you, it's a conspiracy.
So, Franklin, in the meantime, I'm sorry I don't usually join Saturday morning when you do it. That sounds bad, I know, but you really do seem to be doing a good job with that. Well, thank you very much.
Franklin, can you get a hold of Donald Trump? He could probably take care of it.
Yeah, he could probably take care of it. His buddy Putin will stop the Russians. But yeah, I might as well put a plug in here. It's like you guys should come and join me every Saturday since you're obviously able to make it sometimes, right? We have a speaker next week. Maybe I'll do a plug for that while we're waiting. Let's see who we having. Jeffrey Cook.
Oh yeah.
So Jeff is going to be doing something on perpetual motion, thermodynamic equilibrium versus non-equilibrium thermodynamics. So his abstract here says that is it possible to create these perpetual motion machines, and he's saying something about systems in equilibrium can't do that, but there is this thing called non-equilibrium thermodynamics which would allow you to create something which appears to be perpetual motion, but it's simply a non-equilibrium system. So I imagine there are cases where you can have things that continually run, but may actually be pulling energy out of the system by some other means. So he says, we explore the possibility and practicality of perpetual motion, not free energy, not over unity, but perpetual motion without any euphemism in some of these non-equilibrium thermodynamic systems. It is possible for a non-equilibrium thermodynamic system to exhibit motion continuously. So that will be next week's topic. And like I said, we'll try it with EasyTalks. And I believe EasyTalks is similar to Fuse in that I can just provide you a link, and when you click on it, you can join by the browser, or you can download the application. So probably if you want to be prepared, probably you just want to go, because I don't think you need to sign up for EasyTalks, but you may need to or want to download the application beforehand. But I gave it a little try last week just to see how it works. And I think that's the way it should work. But I'll also be providing a Fuse link so that if everything goes wrong and it just doesn't work, then we can go back on Fuse for next week. But the week after that, well, actually, we have until the 28th. We still got a few other weeks we can try this. And then they'll kick us off of Fuse. So that if you're interested in perpetual motion, that's what we'll be talking about.
Isn't gravity almost like perpetual motion?
Well, in the sense that you're getting some force that is continuously applied. Because you got to think about, okay, where is that force? When you take a rock and you just let go, and it accelerates towards the ground, where is it getting the energy to do that?
I'm not arguing the theory. I'm just saying it's there all the time. It doesn't seem to go away, although some would argue gravity is getting weaker. But disregarding issues like that, it's perpetual motion. It just keeps going and going and going. When the Earth is gone, maybe there's no earthly gravity anymore, but you go jump on Mars and it's got gravity.
Do we actually need perpetual motion, or do we need something where you get heat out over a long period of time, such as the sun? I mean, for all practical purposes, that's perpetual motion because it keeps putting out heat for millions and millions of years, and that's what you're really after.
Yeah, and I think that's a valid point. And one of the reasons that makes even that comment like perpetual motion is that we got stars out there in the universe dying and being born, another one being born, and that whole process keeps this universe going in a way, in a perpetual way, which is, people say you can't have perpetual motion, but the universe almost seems like it got wound up at the beginning, whenever that was, and it just keeps going. Perpetual motion.
So it looks like David's advancing the slides. I kind of fear that he thinks that we can hear him, and he's going on with his presentation. But
yeah, but he can, if he can hear us, he's not. I don't think he can hear us, or he's still playing around with it. And I hate to call the meeting, and I don't know what I'll do. Never mind. I got a backdoor thing called a phone. Yeah, we'll fix it.
Yeah, you might want to call him and try and figure out because it's been quite some time since we've heard from him.
I'm going to go silent here for a minute.
Yeah, go call him up. Use old technology. Find out what happened to him.
Franklin, can you hear me? This is Pal.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I wanted to share something. If there is idle time, I thought I will use that for sharing something which I was going to share with yesterday's meeting, but I wasn't able to make it. Shall I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
I received on 2 consecutive days 2 almost very contradictory and very long reports from mainstream scientists. One of them was from Cora, that you also briefed the group some time ago, although I was familiar with them many years before that. But nonetheless, I enjoyed your presentation and the questions you had selected to share with us the answers, and it was an interesting take for me. And this,
Excuse me, pal, I'm back. David was talking. He thought he was giving us the big blurb, and I said, "Did you hear us?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, you better check that out." So he's back checking it. I'm sorry, pal. Go ahead and continue.
So he's still checking it out then, right? So the Quora response was given by Bill Bray, who is a PhD scientist R&D for the United States Department of Defense, although since then he is now retired. And it's about 8 pages long, and the net effect of this answer is that the dark matter and dark energy were tossed out some time ago, meaning nobody in the mainstream talks about.
Okay, I'm back. Can anybody hear me?
Okay, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I called in on my phone, believe it or not. That's how stupid this whole day has been. Okay, I apologize to everybody because I was talking for 10 minutes. Had no idea that no one was even listening, so my fault. I believe I was at this one, and that's when you guys didn't hear me anymore?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I won't even try to figure out how that. I try to get back in with it, and if I stop it, everyone drops off, so that's not a pause. Okay, everybody, I apologize. I'm going to go back over this again. My goodness. The website team, Jeff Yee, Michael Hodges from New Zealand, he's a new guy. Lori Gardee is new in the last year or so. Luke Galdralt and Nick Percival and myself, we had our first meeting. We used the Easy Talks. I think they're, I'm thinking now that Fuse is doing all this because then everybody will want to leave. Anyways, we had our first meeting. It was a great success. Michael Hodges has a lot of marketing abilities. Jeff Yee does marketing with his stuff. So they both had really great input. And we ended up, because we had criticalthinkers.info, and I actually registered Science Woke last week and made the website and the whole thing. And I was very shocked to find that Science Woke was still available. And of course, that goes along with today's woke. If you don't know what that means, it means to have your eyes wide open to something like politics or the environment or health or the whole thing. And Science Woke, I have actually people coming my way, especially via a person named Lisa, who came in this direction because she really was looking around, accidentally found my Dissonant Science YouTube channel, and she thought, I always thought, and she sent me a message, she says, I always thought that big science was pulling the wool over our eyes in some way. Of course, it's not so much conspiratorial as it's just power play. But regardless, the Science Woke we decided was much better than even critical thinkers because you don't know what it's critical thinking of, because critical thinking is used for anything. So science is science, woke is being awake for that, and so we decided to move the critical thinkers to Science Woke and then leave the subdomains for other forms like wiki and university and forums underneath that domain. The overall map of our society, this is something I came up with, and the explanation is really important so you understand this. If you look at the circle, the one on the right is our home, which is natural philosophy. If you look at the circle next to it, a community of critical thinkers, that's what we are today.
The bubble onto the very left, which says Objective Science Woke, is our objective is to open this up to the masses much more, and that's why we're going to do Science Woke. That's why we're going to make the university, all that kind of stuff. But the whole thing is, when we do a conference right now, what we have is our community of critical thinkers in home, and we don't have anybody coming just to watch. We don't have people who come to the conference, and even a lot of times our video conferences that are just coming in and just being fascinated by what people are saying and that kind of stuff. We don't have an audience. So the whole idea of Science Woke is to have that. We have what we have to do is we're using Basecamp to prepare ourselves for that big circle. We're not there yet. Science Woke just was literally made yesterday or last week, and I just transferred over the critical thinkers to the database, the files, because it's not easy to do in WordPress. I've transferred it all over, and we're going to be working on that because it's not ready for prime time. So we're not ready for prime time in the Science Woke. And I have a really big project that can bring hundreds of thousands or millions of people in. I know people don't believe that, but I've talked to a number of people. My dad knows of the project. We're not going to do that now because we're not ready for it. We're not ready for it. But if we can spend the next year using Basecamp to do this, when people come to the Science Woke website and it says Become Science Woke, this is right near the top, so that people understand what this is about. You're coming in, you want to become Science Woke, you want to have your eyes wide open to science, knowing that you've got to really, that's your objective, to stay Science Woke. The community that does that are critical thinkers in science, and then we have our home under natural philosophy. So if you look at the websites, this is then what we have. We have a simplification where you don't have criticalthinkers.info anymore. It was a cheap web domain anyways, like $15, so that's okay. We can either keep it or trash it. It doesn't matter. ScienceWoke.org and ScienceWoke.com. Everything was available for Science Woke. I got the org and .com just because they were so cheap, and so those are ours. And we have those websites. We have our encyclopedia there already. We have our university, and we have, of course, our members' website. So these websites, with this idea, this map here, people will get the idea of how that all fits together. And Science Woke is completely and utterly a complete marketing idea. That's all we're looking for, that, to bring people in and hook them with really great, grab you stuff that's interesting to the mind, sort of brain teasers and, what's wrong with, impalatable. And those who, if you haven't seen that, go to the CNPS 2018 site, playlist on YouTube. And the playlist, all that is a group of videos. Those are all the videos from our conference. The introductory conference talk I did showed the criticalthinkers.info website, which is now the Science Woke. And we have to rebrand it. Have to rethink. We need to rethink that and do that. So, but these are our websites. I think we should be pretty proud. We have everything in place, but we have no courses. Well, we have one course in the university to teach you how to make courses. I made that one. We need to have courses there. We need to work on our Wikipedia to make that even better, so science, some students can find us and do stuff with us. So the CNPS 2018-19 goals, of course, is to make all of those websites, grow those, make those websites ready for us to turn them on to the public. But to give you an idea, our newsletter subscription is now growing after 2 years. When we started MailChimp, I put in almost 1,200 emails from our email list of active people. For the last 2 years, it has dwindled down and down and down, from emails that were no longer active to people who left the email group, which we get maybe once in the first year. We are getting once every time we send an email, we'd lose a person. And we were down to 1,013 people in that email list. We, in the last 3 weeks, for the first time, started growing positive. Why is that? Our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is getting over 100 views a day. People are liking what they see. It's professionally, there are audio problems, yes, we know, but when everything's working, it looks very professional. The papers and things presented were really great. And so people, yeah, well, subscribe. So we are actually growing. We went down to 1,013. We're up to 1,022 or even higher. We're now getting numbers of subscription, maybe one or more a week right now. And that's really great. We want to grow our organization from 300. That's what those are our active people. If you don't believe me, I'm going through and cleaning up because I have a spam. We've been spammed. We do have a company now that watches for it. We are now off of all blacklists. That is our unit. The CNPS was on being blacklisted because we had a group from Latin America. First it was Brazilian. Next it was a Latin group that was hacking our web server. But this is really prominent. It's not just us. And that has been taken care of. We paid a company to do that, $200, and they monitor that for us. And so we're good. I'm cleaning up the spam. We still get spam. They try to send spam registers, and I clean those up. I think we're down a little below 298, 299. I'm working on that. It should pop up back up to 300. We're around 300. That's been growing. Those are active members for the last 3 years who either paid their dues or who engage with us. We can grow that to 400, I'm pretty sure, 500 in the next year. CNPS 2019, I'd like to get 40 to 50 attendees. That's totally possible if we all, on our base camp, everybody helps out, and when they can, give their half an hour to an hour or to 2 hours a month. Those who can, that will, because it's what I tell everybody is this. It's great to have our organization and have all these things, and everybody goes, there's nobody here, not coming, our group's not growing. Well, we got to all spend time on it. Everybody put a little bit of time in, it'll be good. So we want to increase our Saturday morning video conference to average of 30, 40 people or more. The ones that we have can have up to 100 people. Form teams in Basecamp, which we are doing, and put team leaders so we can distribute the work, that it's not just me, not so everything dies without my hand being part of it, and push more aggressively into social media. That is a fact. Whether you like it or not, I don't like Facebook. Guess what, folks? Facebook is getting, and YouTube are bringing us more members today than any other. There's nothing even close. The other thing that brings us in too is, as much as people say my articles are not being read, I have Googled certain things, and I get our articles all the time when I'm doing stuff that's interesting to me. They're articles that are written on our website. So we are going to push everybody here who wants to be a featured scientist has to be somebody who has a Facebook and is active on Facebook. That's just the way the world works today, folks. And like I said in the beginning, if we don't embrace this, we're going to die. All right, let's go here. Increase Saturday morning video conference attendance. This is great because we have actually pretty darn good attendance already, and I want to thank everybody who has kept up the great tradition going. Kudos to Franklin Hugh and everybody else who I know are there every Saturday. We want to activate a Basecamp team to find speakers. We have that team. I know Franklin is already doing it, but what we need, I want Franklin to do is I'm going to make him an admin so he can go in there and we can add more people and have the active conversation of who goes there, and we can keep a log of it in a Basecamp. That way we know it's not just email chains or it's in Franklin's head. We'll actually have those speakers lined up, and we'll make a project for each of those weeks so we know. We need to announce those speakers weeks and months in advance, and that requires creating events on our website, creating Facebook events, and announcing it using MailChimp. We've done that sort of between me and Franklin, but we need to do that more. And then eventually when we do this, we'll be able to use Facebook ads, which really work. We did Facebook ads before the CNPS 2019, and we had lots of new people subscribe to YouTube, and lots of new people subscribed to our Facebook Facebook page because they were coming in and watching the videos live, and they were pretty impressed by what they were seeing. So I really want to grow this back to a lot of times we were having 30, 40 people on these, and having marked speakers will help. But this is in no way any criticism at all to what everybody has been doing, because from what I've been seeing, they've been going very well. And I've asked members over and over, and they said they've been very happy. We just need to have more eyeballs here because it's worth it, because what you guys are doing is a great service to us. So I believe, oh, no. Active featured scientist. This is if you want to be a featured scientist today, you must be active on Facebook. Gerald Pollack is active on Facebook. Why? Because that's where he can get an audience today. Well, why on Facebook? Well, over 2 billion people are on it. That's a good reason. Must have a full bio on the wiki. You need to have an encyclopedic bio. We'll be featured on the Science Woke website. We're not going to have everybody there, and then adopt a scientist to help those in need, those featured scientists who actually need help. Then we will have them. We have Adopt Science. That's one of the things. So if you're a person that's not really good at it, you need help. I've already adopted my dad left and right, so he's already been adopted. And of course, we need your help. And do it when you have time. Internet, it's self-served base. Do it from anywhere in the world. You just need an internet connection and browser. There are lots of little things. Lots doing little means a lot gets done, and so we need you. So I would absolutely encourage anybody who has a half an hour, 30 minutes to 60 to 90 minutes a month to help chip in and some time. Now that we have Basecamp, sign up for Basecamp and say, take a look at the areas, or the areas now. You can come back to this recording and then see, maybe I need to put that into place. I probably need to make a web page, note to self. I'll put that in Basecamp to make a web page to show you where you can become part of as a team. So, okay, so that's pretty much my presentation, and I'm just so sorry about what's happening with all this technical stuff. I appreciate everybody's more patient than I am with it. Any questions? I know we've already run up past our time. No? Is anybody here? Are they hearing? No. Anybody here?
I'm here. I don't know if you hear me.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm listening to you.
Okay. So you guys were hearing me this time, right?
And
Yes.
I think we are quite happy with your work, with all the energy that you put in it.
I'm sorry, say that again. Okay. Anyways, I know we've run out of time. If anybody has some closing comments. That's not good or bad. I mean, in general, does this sound like we're going good directions here?
I think, Dave, this is your father, of course. There's a lot to absorb. I think one of the things that it would be helpful is don't think about the whole thing, because that gets overwhelming. Think of one little piece where you can just join in one spot, do one thing. Yeah. I think that's what Dave's asking for. So it's even though it seems like a lot, the little piece is what we're asking for, and it can help. So pick one. And
and I think what I need to do is make a web page and put down the things that we're doing so that people can, for Basecamp, I'll put it right at the top, say, hey, join our Basecamp. Here's the things to do. So, but very good. That's good, Dad.
Does everybody know how to get into Basecamp? I didn't know until just today.
Yeah, what I will do is I'll put up a web page for that. So take a look, and I'll put it right at the top where we have the videos right now. I'll put it right at the top saying, help with grow the CNPS, join Basecamp, pick an area. If you got 30 minutes to 60 minutes a month, here are the areas. Join it and contact me, and we'll put you on one of the teams. And again, even if you're on a team and you're just watching it and you can't do much, but you can sometime, that is something that you want to, is also, you guys, I've lost my power and my, I think, is anybody there still?
Yes.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, well, my computer rebooted. So I'm only on phone right now.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe it's time to just shut it down.
Yeah, I'm going to have to log in to shut it down. But anyways, that's a great suggestion, and I thank everybody for their support. Let's continue, and appreciate everybody's time.
Thank you, Dave.
And patience.
Thank you, Dave.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Dave.
guys.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
This